And now for our feature presentation. What is good, guys? It's Monster Chappie. We're back today, and we have a very, very, very special gameplay today. Now, pay attention. It is Niners. I do apologize for that. But this is the Madden Challenge Round 3, the matchup you've all been waiting for. I'm Maverick, aka Madden Mastermind, taking on VicGo. Now, Mav is in the red jerseys, and VicGo is in the white jerseys, and VicGo is able to, get just barely inside field goal range and knock it down to get an early 3-point lead. VicGo does get ball at half. Now, one thing I do want to apologize again is for the quality of the video. I mean, again, doing this on a handheld camera, and then towards the end of the second half, I actually had to use my iPhone because my camera actually ended up dying. But right here, Mav double taps on the hike button and ends up throwing a huge pick right here. So hopefully his defense can come up. But again, this is round 3 of the Las Vegas Madden Challenge, and it's definitely going to shape up to be a really good game. Most of you guys probably already know the result of this game since you've heard Mav talk about it before. But this is that game where a few mistakes could be the difference between winning and losing. And we're going to go ahead and point out those mistakes and point out, what possibly could have happened differently or anything like that. But, I mean, we'll leave that up for you guys to judge. But again, we will point out the mistakes. And, obviously, we know what could have been done differently in those situations. But here it is, man. Mav's driving down the field. Pretty good right now. Dude seems to play a lot of max coverage defense. Pretty much 99% of the game, he is in some sort of max coverage, whether it be a zone or a man max coverage defense, which isn't a terrible strategy with the Niners. Play laid back, let your opponent get a lot of underneath plays, and rely on some block sheds and big hits, and live off of fumbles, maybe bad passes, something like that. So definitely, again, not a terrible strategy to use. But Mav is able to drive down the field and get a touchdown here, so that's a real big thing. Now he's just got to play some defense, and his defense has been playing good thus far in this game. Right here, Patrick Willis comes up in the middle and gets a huge interception, and we were definitely juiced at this point. So the best thing that can happen for Mav right here is to, oh my goodness, he loses the cookies. I was just going to say, this is the opportunity I was talking about, ending the half, scoring just before the half ends and giving your opponent no time. Oh, man, but he loses the fumble. So now he's got to play some defense, and as you can see, his defense is playing phenomenal for him right now. Dude literally cannot pass the ball on him, but his ground attack and his defense definitely was enough to get him through, and, just enough to get him the W. As you can see here, Mav finds Moss all the way down the field, and there's about 40 seconds left. As you can see here, 35 seconds. VicGo takes his last time out in hopes of getting the ball back, and right here, Mav takes off with Kaepernick and goes down. Now, this is that first mistake, and I'm sure you've heard Mav talk about this, but just before half, 30 seconds left, Mav has 3 timeouts. 3 timeouts on the 10-yard line. It's 3rd down, so basically he could get 2 plays. Or, worst case scenario, he doesn't get the touchdown and gets 3. But he doesn't even end up getting a 3, does not call a play, just a 2 laps there. But that is the first mistake. And then right here, his defense again playing great, gets him to a 4th and 1. And then on this play, right here again, Manningham was, to me, clearly out of bounds, but I was definitely screaming that he's out of bounds in the background. You can probably hear it, but the challenge play things comes up, and he could have just hit L2. They would have challenged it, but he does not end up challenging that play, and that to me was the second big mistake I think that costed him this game. And again, sorry for the quality at this point. This is the point where my camera had died and we switched over to the phone, so I do apologize again for that. But those are the 2 mistakes, man, and those are the little things that are different between playing at home and playing at a live tournament. It's a little bit, it's a lot different feel. If you're not used to playing head-to-head, you haven't played much head-to-head all year. If you haven't been to any tournaments, again, that's why your best bet, even if you go to a Walmart or a GameStop or a local tournament, any tournament that you can go to it and play, because it will give you a better opportunity to see more things, and it'll give you the better opportunity to just have that live practice, that live experience. Right here, Vernon Davis with a huge drop. One of the big negatives of the San Francisco 49ers is Vernon Davis's inability to catch in traffic and things like that. But Mav's driving up the field here. He's got one final chance to really get back into this game. He needs a touchdown. And right here, again, the dude is bringing 2 or 3 or 1 every single play. Definitely got some nice max coverage defense, though, without a doubt. And 3rd and goal, we need something big, and Crabtree is able to hold on to the ball and get the big catch right there. So what's left? Mav kicks it off deep in hopes that his defense can continue to play as well as they did. But unfortunately, they are not able to hold up, and VicGo's ground attack is definitely able to get him the W. So congratulations to VicGo. He ends up going to the Final Four and losing there. Again, check out Mav's channel if you have not. The link will be in the description. Until the next time, we gone.